Hello. It has been a very long time since I've actually pulled out my camera and have done anything. So I wanted to just kind of share what's been going on lately. And I'm in my room. It's a messy, messy day. I thought it was Monday all day today, even though I know that Avery goes to school on Tuesdays, but I still thought it was Monday today. So if that's any indicator of how my day is going. Speaking of Avery going to school, my kids are finally going to a new routine with her being in preschool. She's in pre-K and Elliot's going to preschool starting next week. So it's just opened up this huge world of time and possibilities, and I had a lot of reasons why I wasn't really posting that much this year. I think God has just been bringing a lot of focus on my life, and I wanted to be fully healed and fully just intentional about not leaving areas of my own life untouched when I'm trying to encourage other people. It doesn't make any sense if I'm unwilling to kind of go there myself. So over this last several months, God has just given me a lot of healing. I've been walking through healing from anxiety and having to switch over from trying to manage that myself to finally getting anxiety medication, which has been a life changer, and then just letting God heal some of those wounds from church and people. And just the biggest thing that God's been doing is just helping me have a firm sense of identity of who He is and who I am. And I just I think that has been so necessary for me, because I battle a lot with feeling a lot of insecurity when it comes to doing stuff like this. I mean, who really wants to invite random strangers into your life, into your world, into your home? Like, you're in my place right now, you're watching my video, and this is a dirty room because I ran out the door this morning, and my life isn't fully put together. We don't have this beautiful house and this beautiful, everything that I can just post all on Instagram. That's just not my life or my reality. And so I think I've always tried to wait for the opportune time, or try to convince myself that I was worthy enough or qualified enough to begin kind of doing the things that God's placed on my heart. And this whole year has been God kind of just nudging me like, what are you waiting for? So that's why I'm doing this. That's why I'm just not making excuses anymore. That's been my new mantra this past couple weeks, is I need to stop making excuses. I have so many reasons why not to do something, but the reality is, if you want to get something done, you just have to ignore those things and say, no, I'm going to do these things. For me, that's been being consistent about going to the gym. I've been complaining God, why do I still have this mom bod? Why am I not feeling like my old self? When is that going to go away? When am I going to start feeling better? And I was telling my dad this, and he was just like, you've been telling me this for a while, but if you want to change something, then you just have to do it. Stop talking about it. Go to the gym. Go work out. Go do the thing that you really, really want to do. So I'm just taking that, and I'm just applying that to everything right now. I am going to stop making excuses for why I can't do my podcast, why I can't do these videos. They're never going to be perfect enough for me to feel like they should be going out. But I just know, and you may be thinking well, why are you even doing this? Because I ask myself that a lot. If you're wondering, I ask myself that a lot. And I don't want you to be fooled into thinking that this is something that I'm yes, I just have always wanted to put out these videos. And it's no, I don't want to do that. It would be so much easier to not worry about it. Do you think I don't have enough things going on? I have 2 little kids. I have a job. I have a husband. Actually, I have 2 jobs now. So that's another thing that developed over this year. It just sounds so silly to say it, but it's weird because I really don't have this desire to just post like videos for the heck of it. I'm a private person. I really like would prefer not to have all my business out on display, but it's not been about like my own desire to do this. It has been this burden that I've felt so heavy to share the things God is teaching me and share the things that I'm learning and who God is. Those are the things that I can't lay down. It's not, oh, I just really want to do these videos. Like, that's not the reason I'm doing this. I have so many other things I could be doing, but my heart and my passion and my love for God and wanting to do the things He's called me to is what has put this at the forefront of my mind, even when I'm not doing all this stuff. I think about it and I care about it because I've seen how much God uses this type of stuff. You know, like if one person is encouraged by me being honest and vulnerable about the things going on in my life, then it's worthwhile. So it's been a bit since I've done this, and the reason again is just because I wanted to make sure that I'm in a good place before I start doing all this crazy stuff. And of course, you know, excuses have been a big part of it, and feeling like I'm incompetent has been another reason. I did my last couple episodes on the podcast, I was having a blast with, and I really loved it. But then at the same time, I just had this thought of like, who am I to like put my opinion out there like anyone really cares? Like who even cares about this? That's been like something that I battle with, and I'm just having to come to this place where it's like, it does not matter. If people hate it, people like it. If people don't even pay attention, the burden I have for doing what God's calling me to do and for like being obedient to Him, that is reason enough for me to waste my time doing this. If that's what it is, it's just a waste, then it's worth it. So I'm gonna try to be more consistent. We'll see what happens. But the reason I wanted to make this video is to kind of share that, but also to kind of tell you that I have something exciting I'm going to be working on. It's nothing like podcasty or anything like that. I'm going to set up I'm going in quotations, a studio for me to record things, because as you can see, this is a terrible view. I literally hate this view. And I've tried, and I don't want to move the camera because it's going to start making noises, but my desk is against a wall, so I can't record myself doing podcasts from the wall. Like, there's no way to do that, and it's awkward being from the side. I've got a glass window here, I've got a glass door here, and just not a lot of room to do this stuff. So I've always had it in my mind like, oh, well, you know, someday when I get a house, blah, 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 I'm gonna, you know, set up in a studio for me to work. And I've let that be a crutch for me for so long that I don't have a space for it. I don't have a way to do it. Well, you know what? We're gonna make it happen. And so I'm going to tell you my vision for it, and hopefully I will track my progress and you can see the final product, because I'm done playing games. Like, I'm done making excuses. There's a lot on my heart that I've just kind of buried, and it is just time to get it out there. So let me show you my little vision for it, okay? Have I ever like done a tour of my house? Let me just do a quick tour of my house so that you understand how limited. I'm going to close this because somebody's coming over. So that you understand how limited my house is. This is my living room. It's super tiny. Obviously, the cute decor that I have has been totally overrun with toys, unicorns, headbands, everything is just kid toys all over the place. And I try to keep it clean. This is the pile of things I'm getting rid of, so just ignore that. I have, my kitchen is tiny. Again, it's dirty, so just don't get upset at me for that. So it's very small. And then there's my bedroom and the kids' room. Obviously, the kids' room isn't going to work out. So here is where I'm going to turn this wall into a studio, okay? Can you tell I'm super casual today? It's a work day for me, so I just went to the gym, took a shower, and got into basically pajamas. So I got this sweater from Box Lunch because I knew that my kids would love this, and every time I put it on, they give me a big hug. So totally worth it. So that's the wall that I'm going to be converting into a studio background, and my plan for it is I'm either going to do a white brick or maybe a black and white wallpaper pattern, just depending what I can find. This is a rental, so it'll either be peel and stick, or I will just convince my dad's my landlord, my dad to let me do like a full-on wallpaper. And I'm hoping to get this done ideally in the next week or so, but we'll see what happens because I'm sure my dad's going to want to do it because he is a perfectionist. But that'll be my backdrop, and then I'm planning on using some lighting to just kind of make it look a little bit better. You could see when I was in there that the lighting from the ceiling is kind of really harsh. So I was thinking about getting some studio lighting and then maybe some light bars to change up the color. So we'll see. I'm not an expert, but I'm a really good Googler, so we'll see what I can come up with. Okay, here I am in front of my brand new wallpaper wall that I hope will be a great backdrop for future videos that I want to do and podcast episodes that I want to do. If there's one thing that I've been learning over the last few months, it's been that the things that I care about, or the things you care about, that it's so important not to make excuses. I know that I live in a small house with not a lot of privacy between my husband and my kids, but that doesn't mean that I have to be limited in what I feel like God is asking me to do. So this was my little stake in the ground where I'm saying I'm gonna do the very best that I can with the space that I've been provided with the house that I've got. And I'm really hoping that this will be a great addition to future episodes and future videos that I do. So do me a favor though, and please, if you can, subscribe to my YouTube channel and then click the bell, I think, so that you can get notified when I post future videos, because like I said, no more excuses. There are going to be more videos. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.